My mom died when I was 4, and though the event itself wasn't integral to my faith life at the time, I can barely remember it. It played a significant part in the development of my faith afterwards, because no matter how far away I was from the church or from God, there was always that question that kept me believing in God and believing in the soul and the afterlife of, if I didn't believe in God, where would my mother be? And that question kept coming back to me anytime I had a doubt. And so it kept me connected, always with God, and always with just a spiritual life in general, even if it wasn't that deep. In 2002, I went to World Youth Day in Toronto, and participating in Mass in the big field with the Holy Father, Pope John Paul II, and almost 1 million people from all around the world, I walked away from that changed. Seeing all of these people come from so many different countries, not knowing each other, some of them not even speaking each other's languages, gave me a sense that there's something here, something greater than I could even perceive at the time, and I wanted to belong to it. It was my friend's challenge that led me to what I describe now as my moral conversion, where I wanted to start doing the right thing. And in the process of developing this, I started going to Mass and I started receiving the sacrament of confession in order to receive strength so that I can continue fighting the various temptations that were going on and getting rid of those habits that you develop over the years. And it was in the process of that that I experienced an encounter with God. Every time I experienced His mercy in confession, every time I received Him at Mass. When I was young, I used to think that God was only present during the big events of our life, when there was a death in the family or when someone was born. But when I started experiencing Him more during my moral conversion, my image of Him changed. And He ceased to be someone that was only there for certain aspects of our life, but rather someone that was there continuously. I realized that God is someone that you can wake up in the morning and actually have a relationship with Him present to you throughout the day. The friend who had challenged me in my moral conversion one day asked me to drive him to the seminary for a come-and-see weekend. And it was while there that I began to realize that I had never asked God what He wanted me to do with my life. And it was there at the seminary that my discernment really began. Next year, I hope to be ordained a priest for the Diocese of Hamilton. And what I look forward to most in the priesthood is to give Christ to others, the same Christ that I've encountered in my life and who I continue to encounter. In the end, I don't know what Christ is going to ask of me in the priesthood, but I trust Him, and that's everything.